Pokemon Emerald.
Get hype, folks.
All right. All right. Can I be heard okay? All right.
Yeah, can you hear everyone all right?
All right. Hello, my name is Ryziken. This is Pokemon Emerald version for Game Boy Advance. And first things first, I'm going to go ahead and clear save data, set my options, and time can start when I hit new game. Yeah, sure. So I'm going to set options really quick. It's got to say this text again. All right, go ahead and start the countdown.
Alrighty.
And we're off. So text speed should be fast already since I just set the option. Yep. That's how you know you did everything right.
Good old text speed.
I've never played this before. I'm trying to read.
I also
Well, you
just
want to
can't.
narrate for us?
Yeah.
Well, okay. And you are? Are
So
you
we
a
picked
boy
the
or are
girl
you a
because
girl?
the boy actually says less.
That's sexist.
Interesting.
I know.
That's super weird.
A little different.
Yeah.
This was a trend-setting game, obviously.
Well, so I guess Pokemon Crystal. Right. I never actually knew about Pokemon Crystal growing up, and like that was the first game to actually have the boy, like the male and female like choice. And I never knew about that. I always thought this was the one. I was like, that's so weird. Like they actually had that in the Gen 2 games. Like growing up, I never knew that.
Yeah, and that's actually the case in most games that have this choice, is that just when you pick the girl, your rival ends up being the boy, and your rival actually will say less as the boy
Right.
than if he were the girl.
That's just super interesting.
So it ends up making the run a little bit faster, and also their teams are different. We actually get a slightly more favorable team when we face the boy rival versus the girl rival.
Right, because they have like a different team of Pokemon in the fights.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And even if you pick the same starter for each case, they'll have different teams.
Mhm.
So speaking of starters, did I get the potion? Okay. So speaking of starters, the reason this is quantified as the Torchic route is because this is actually not the fastest starter to pick to beat the game. That starter would be Mudkip. This game, the water starter is very strongly favored, not just because the first gym is a rock-type gym, but basically you get Surf on your starter, and Surf is a really good move. It helps a lot with the double battles later on in the game. Team Magma also uses a lot of fire types, ground types. Yeah, it's a very water-favored game. And because of that, the Torchic that I'm going to try to hit using RNG manipulation actually has a Hidden Power type of water. And Hidden Power, that's a move that can be any type, and it can be a base power between 30 and 70. It's all dependent on the IVs that you have, basically your stats. And so to RNG manip that, normally on a real run, I would save the game right here in town so that I can be doing this stuff during the countdown timer. But it's just easier to hit the frame if I save right in front of the bag here. And hopefully this doesn't take me too many tries. It's frame perfect, 1/60th of a second time window. So I'm going to start my timer here.
Wow.
And so by the time this timer ticks down to 0, I have to be in the bag and I have to press A on Torchic to select it. So it's a little bit of a long wait. That's why on real runs I would typically save a little further back so I can be watching the cutscenes and stuff.
Right.
I'll know if I have the right one if it has 19 HP, otherwise I'll just reset and try it again.
That's so interesting. That's how you get that with RNG manipulation, is just with like the right frame.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's not it though, because it's female.
Ah.
It's got to be male 19 HP.
That's crazy.
So that means I was probably 2 frames early with that one. My success rate saving in front of the bag, hitting it, is about 25%, so it's expected to take me at least 3 or 4 tries. Hopefully not like 20.
Yeah.
But even if it does take 20, as long as the run goes well, I can still maybe finish under estimate. That was kind of a bad press when I started this, so be pretty lucky if this is the one. So 19 HP male. Nope.
Do you ever do resetless runs where you just like go with whatever you get?
Not anymore. You don't really want to do that because this Torchic that I'm aiming for has a specific hidden power type. So even if you get the good stats, but you get the wrong hidden power, you're going to lose a lot of time in certain fights in the late game, and you're not going to be able to do some of the cooler strats. So you basically just have to keep resetting until you hit it. That felt like a better press, at least, so as long as I'm accurate on the other one, maybe this will be it. This route's undergone a lot of changes since I started running this game. I didn't used to use hidden power strats. I would just do random resets because save and quit actually wasn't allowed in this speedrun. So basically you would check your trainer ID at the start and you would look up what you hit and just aim for a frame that looks good. Actually, I'm gonna just make sure I'm close here. Yeah, that's actually 1 frame early, so we're getting there,
Does this come up anywhere else in this run, or is this just for the starter?
There is one other RNG manip I do that's not as necessary. It's basically to catch a Meryl, and we're going to use Meryl for teaching 3 HMs, and basically it's a 20% encounter, so we could do random resets for it and hopefully get it in 4 or 5 tries, but RNG manip just makes it a nice consistent 100%. Assuming I hit the frame. Like, you don't even have to hit 1 frame for that. You can hit a cluster of frames, and then you can look at the way an NPC moves and know which frame you're on.
This is nuts.
I think this is attempt number 6 now or something. So yeah, normally on real runs, if I don't get it first or second try, I would actually restart the whole run and watch the first 3 minutes of intro again. But yeah, for the sake of a marathon, we just want to do these resets as fast as possible.
Now, would you have to do a bunch of resets for the mud kit? Or
yeah, the mud kit is actually a shorter timer because they don't need hidden power or anything. That's pretty much the only difference. But yeah, you would still have to hit a specific frame. Admittedly, the stats on this Torchic aren't as good as what Mudkip takes, but they're still good enough. So we have naturally higher speed, and we have pretty good attack stats already. I'll start checking the nature again just to make sure if I'm consistently early or late, I can adjust the time. That's one late. Okay. So yeah, we're kind of sandwiching the frame. Basically just been unlucky so far.
Really there.
Any other memories you guys want to share about this game, or?
I think, let's see. I think the first Pokemon game I actually beat on my own, like when I was competent, like old enough and competent enough to play through these games, I think was Pokemon Platinum. But like I think this is like I played all of them leading up to Generation 4. Like I've played every generation of Pokemon like around the time they were released.
Yeah.
And like Emerald was so dope.
I played the Pokemon trading card game on the Game Boy.
Oh my gosh.
I think Gen 2 was the last that I played, but
Oh no.
oh man.
Okay. Now we're good.
So you played the Pokemon trading card game.
Yes, I played the Pokemon trading card game. I played up to Gen 2 with like Lugia and Ho-Ho. And
Ho-Oh.
Oh, was
Not
it?
ho-ho.
Who?
okay, my grammar wasn't the best as a kid, okay? And hasn't been as an adult.
Let's see it. I gotta know. But yeah, Emerald, that was my stuff as a kid. Dang it. I'm so sad. Yeah, like I just recently I'm actually probably gonna be playing through my own just copy of Emerald on my own soon, because growing up I had a Game Boy Advance SP and I lost a charger for it, so I could never use it. But my friend Bentley, who you just saw, he loaned me a charger, so now I can actually use my SP again. I found a copy of Emerald, so I think I'm gonna just play through it for the fun of it. Love this game.
Well, if you're lazy like me, you could just get an emulator.
Right. I don't know. There's always just something about playing it on the system that is like you can't replicate it.
Get that authentic feel. You know?
Is that it?
Let's make sure. Yes. Bashful nature.
You're stuck with us this far.
Let's
Welcome
get to
back.
it. Yeah, welcome back.
Yeah.
Let's
Now
get
we
to
can start
it.
the run.
I'm very excited.
So this Torchic, like I said earlier, has hidden power of water, and its base power is near the maximum. It's good enough for all the things we need it for throughout the run. And its stats are also, they're not as good as they can be. If I didn't want hidden power, I could get better stats, but they are good enough for the run. The only thing we really would like to have, let's name it something fun for later.
Thanks for that.
The only other stat we'd really want to have is maybe plus attack nature versus what we have now, which is a neutral nature for everything.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's good enough. It's got almost perfect speed, almost perfect special attack, really good attack, and actually perfect special defense.
Good old
So this
Poochiano.
level 2 Pooch. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and defeat this for some XP. It's part of a recent change in my experience route. Basically, before the first gym, we have to be evolved. We have to be level 16 and become Combuskin. Otherwise, it's a rock gym. We would get slaughtered as Torchic.
Right.
And this that level 2 experience that I just got will allow me to skip killing any other wild Pokemon and just fight only trainers, which give a lot more XP. Go ahead and get another safety potion from this guy. How many attempts was that Torchic, by the way? Like 10? I don't know if anybody was keeping count. I wasn't.
Right. It was a lot. So is this, for this run, do you use any other Pokemon for battling, or is it just Torchic?
We do use another Pokemon for battling. We actually catch the Rayquaza at the end of the game.
Okay.
Spoilers. But I'm sure a lot of people that are familiar with the speedrun already knew that, so.
Right.
So here is our first rival fight with Brendan. We're facing his Mudkip, which would be a Trico if we chose Mudkip. So he always picks the one that's super effective against you.
420.
420. And this is always a
420
4-hit KO with Scratch, and we just hope not to get crit on a bad turn. Oh, nice miss.
Nice.
We have the more accurate move. A lot of Mudkip runners are very well familiar with tackle missing.
Yep, that's
we don't have
such
to
a
worry
pain.
about that for a while, though.
420 got 69 experience points. I just wanted to say that.
Yes. 420 got 69. We will have to worry about moves missing when we become Blaziken later. And even for a little bit during the Combustion phase. Going to be using some 90% accurate moves. Bunch of times. Just praying for no misses. A couple misses are fine, they can be worked around, but there are some really bad ones that can happen. So now we're just on our way back to the lab.
Here's my friend Bentley. We're gonna he's gonna hang out. I'll get it.
So pretty much all we're going to do is just stick with this Pokemon and change out its abilities to the situation that you need.
Yeah, we're going to be getting different attacks. Going to be using a held item at some point. And we're going to be evolving. Other than that, though, just the same thing for most of the run until we get to catch a legendary.
So you missed it earlier, Bentley, but he had to do RNG manipulation to get the right hidden power type on his Torchic. It took quite a few tries, but it was really cool. You just basically had to select Torchic on the correct frame.
So since I finished the rival fight with a decent amount of HP, I'm not going to take the mom heal here. You can just talk to your mom and she'll heal you. Doesn't take too long, but we shouldn't need it as long as we're not incredibly unlucky here. Got a Poochyena coming up, and we're level 7 because of the level 2 Pooch that we killed earlier. And then Mudkip actually gave us just enough after that to get level 7. At level 6, this Pooch would be an 80% chance to die in 3 hits, but at level 7, it's guaranteed to die in 3 hits.
Nice.
Removes a little bit of RNG. So yeah, we should live even a crit tackle from here. And he just howled, so... A lot of the trainers in the early game just have random AI. They're not guaranteed to use an attacking move, even if you can die from it.
Also, you missed, like, right before you got here, well, you named it 420. 420 got 69 experience points. It was a pretty good meme.
Yeah, good stuff.
It was really great.
So this bug guy right here is the first trainer that's not required for Mudkip route, but Torchic, it gives Torchic some nice XP. It's a pretty easy fight, too. So this Wurmple dies in 3 hits, and then we level up to 8, and we can kill the second one in just 2 hits.
I find it so interesting that you can like really plan out Pokemon if you get a consistent stat thing on your Pokemon. Like, you just know what's going to happen.
Yeah,
every
it's a really nice thing, especially when you're using the same exact Torchic every time. You don't have new stats that you have to prepare for.
Right.
It's like, oh, this one has worse speed than I'm typically used to. This one has better attack. No, we just run the same stats every time.
And you just know what's going to happen with every battle unless crits come into
yeah, it's really useful for knowing how much damage you're going to take in certain gym fights, especially. You can kind of plan ahead your heal route and all that stuff, when to use potions, when you don't have to use potions. So that was the last trainer we had to fight here on this route, so assuming I don't run into another one, going to pick up some berries here for later. Yeah, ran down 1 too many steps there, but that's fine. Do some shopping really quick. Get 4 potions, 6 repels. Notice even though I had to buy more repels than potions, you could just tap right once and just get 6 of them there, because that's how much money I had. We're going to step in the center but not use it. That's actually going to set our teleport checkpoint for later. Because if you black out in this game, like you lose a fight, you're going to get sent back to the last center that you entered. If I didn't take that center, I would just get sent back to my house in Little Root Town. And that checkpoint that we just made is going to come in very handy later. It's a very cool strat that I saw Mudkip route do, and I was just like, oh yeah, I can put that in Torchic route. That is really awesome. So basically the gym in this city, they don't let you challenge this gym until you have 4 gym badges. Once we get our 4th badge, we're just going to hightail it right back here and challenge that gym. And there's a really neat warp that we can do just by setting that checkpoint. So now we can put the controller down for a minute and just watch Wally catch this thing.
How about a gamer fact, Chris?
There's no gamer facts today.
Okay.
Except for this one.
Oh!
Gamer fact. Ralts. You'll notice that Ralts' hair is green. It's actually a reference to the color green, which is found many places in this game. It's really self-referential.
I thought it was in reference to Luigi from Super Link Brothers.
That would never came out.
What do you mean?
Wally's hair is green too, by the way.
Wally's hair? Whoa! So you know Wally from like the Pixar movie? That's him. I'm so sorry. Back to gameplay, I think.
Actual gamer fact though, that Ralts can be shiny.
Yes, and you can't. And like, if doesn't it like when you fight Wally later, it's not shiny.
Yeah, it unseeds it basically.
Yeah, because that's actually a random. That's a randomly generated Ralts, I think. And then the later one it has set stats and set TID and all that stuff. So if it's shiny in the wild, it's not. It's most likely not going to be shiny in the trainer battle later.
Is it possible for that like catch to fail, or is if it's random?
No, the catch is going to succeed, but he can actually kill the Ralts in 2 hits or 1 hit with a crit. I haven't seen it happen, but basically if that happens, the game just still treats it as if he caught it.
That's so interesting.
Is that any faster?
Yeah, it does save the turn.
Oh
So-
my goodness!
Right, because it's just okay. You don't go through like the shaking of the Pokemon animation or anything. That's nutty. That's probably what the Tacitus does. Reset.
So you're going to see me do some movement here to avoid a spinner. If I get it right. Didn't get it right. If you run to the tile diagonal from him, he'll actually be forced to look down, and then you can just walk past him without him seeing you. But I let go of B too early, so that's fine though. Fighting this guy, we can then skip another trainer that I would normally fight after the woods, so I just have to remember to do that. So it takes a little bit more time, but it will make the next fight a little bit easier because we'll be level 9. I hope I don't accidentally hit the second spinner here because he has a much worse Pokemon. He has a very defensive bug type, and it has Harden, so it's not going to really take much from my scratch.
Yeah, it's going to take a while to kill.
I'll actually have level 10 for that fight, so I'll have Ember.
Oh, right, yep.
So even if I do hit him,
yeah, either
it'll be
way.
a pretty fast
Nice.
fight. And then I can skip 2 trainers. So mistakes are fine for now. Even all these scratch power points I'm wasting don't matter because I'm going to get Ember soon. There's much more tight manips that you do while riding the bike later on. The really fast bike. You can actually get off the bike, run to make them face a direction, and then immediately get on the bike and go past them. It's very hard to do perfectly, and if you don't do it perfectly, there is a chance that you can get a spin like on the earliest possible frame, and then they'll just catch you and battle you. And I'll point those out as we see them later on. For now, there's not too many manips other than the ones in the woods here. So level 9, this should be a guaranteed 4-hit KO. Usually it's a very bad chance to get 4-hit KO. This is actually a very bad pooch too because it has Sand Attack, and we all know Sand Attack from years of torment.
I was expecting that Poochyena to do way more damage. Yeah, 2 howls.
Yeah, thankfully the damage output doesn't get too bad until it gets like 3 or 4 howls. And at least if he's Sand Attacked, that means he hasn't been howling and tackling, so you know, you can generally stay alive in that fight for a good while before you have to potion or worry about getting crit. So now we're coming up on the second spinner here, and this is one I don't really want to hit, but we should have Ember now. He could have caught me there. I stopped running too early again.
Good RNG though.
Yep.
All right, here's a question: are you gonna get Bullet Seed? That's the most important question.
Am I gonna get what? Don't need Bullet Seed, unfortunately.
Dang
So we're just gonna not talk to that guy.
It's the best TM in the game, though.
So are the so those cherry berries that you just picked up, is that for the Watson gym later?
Yes, there's a lot of paralysis that can happen in that point in the game. Mudkip doesn't typically have to worry about it because it's typically evolved into a ground type by then. And it uses a move that doesn't make physical contact, so it doesn't get the static going on. Actually, I think I should have skipped this fight. Yeah, I was supposed to skip this fight, but that's okay. We can skip another one later. I didn't get that range. But this Shroomish isn't dangerous. It doesn't have any status moves yet. So 16 HP. I am actually going to set up Blaze. And Blaze is an ability that activates when your HP is 1/3 or less. And it will power up our Fire-type moves. There's a very consistent way to get enough damage for Blaze, and it's going to be coming up right here when we enter the gym. We're not going to be doing the whole gym just yet. We're just going in for this one trainer. This guy has a level 10 Geodude, and for some reason they decided to only give this Geodude Tackle. That's its one and only move. I'm going to use an Orin really quick. And the strat here is probably not going to match up perfectly because I'm normally level 10 here instead of 11, but it should be about the same. So yeah, we're just letting him tackle me down into Blaze. So one more hit's going to put me in Blaze, and then that should kill with another Ember.
Awesome. Most
It's
unstoppable
actually a
Firebird.
little bit more HP than I would like, because we're going to level out of Blaze at level 13, I think, or 14. So now we're just going to leave and come back here later when we're a little bit higher level. Got a few more trainers to fight for levels. Gonna go ahead and repel here. We're gonna pick up this free repel. And just let this guy catch me. We can let everybody here catch us because we have to fight everybody. I'll pay attention to my XP though, because I did fight that extra trainer. I probably don't need to fight them at Chop. So yeah, normally I level up to 12 off of that Wurmple, but I was already 12, so yeah, we're slightly ahead. And next we have another Shroomish, which does not die in one hit unless we're in Blaze, which we are. It's definitely a good thing, because this one does have a Troll Stun Spore. It's not something that Mudkip Route would ever want to see. They normally have to try to dodge this girl. Okay, still in Blaze. No, we're not. We're barely out of Blaze, but that's fine. We can maybe get it back in the next fight. Let me think. Okay, fight this guy first. Hope he tackles me. If not, it's fine. So the order of trainers can sometimes change depending on whether you need damage or not. But yeah, this guy is random AI. He only has 3 moves, and one of them damages me. So it's only 1 in 3 to take any damage from each Geodude. Alright, so this Shroomish can be a little bit of a problem. But we've got the cherry berries for paralysis if it happens. Alright, we got the range. So now Lotad I'm just going to scratch because I know I'm not going to kill with Ember.
So
There we go,
someone in
there's
the
some
chat
damage.
wants us to give some gamer
But
facts
not
on
quite
the
enough.
rappel.
Oh, no, we're still in Blaze.
I mean, if the chat wants it, that's we're just gonna have to.
Gamer fact. You may have used the rappel before, and you may have wondered, why does it work? The rappel is actually 100% sulfuric acid. You pour it on your legs, and then no Pokemon ever wants to mess with you, because if they touch you, your skin burns. That's why the rappel works. Gamer fact.
And also, like, you're yelling the entire time. You're like, ah! But because Pokemon doesn't have voice acting, you can't tell. Gamer fact.
Gamer fact. We actually could die to a crit tackle here, so hopefully it doesn't happen. Okay. How much
Nice.
XP am I at here? I'm gonna defeat one wild Pokemon.
So now that you're in Blaze, like, are you ever going to leave Blaze?
Yeah, we're gonna be leaving Blaze before the gym leader coming up. So normally I would go up here to go fight this Machop guy, but we're just gonna run through this grass, kill an encounter, because we have enough XP. This is a little... okay, that's fine. If it was a level 8 Tailo, I'd be a little worried about getting quick attacked. Yeah, in Blaze we can pretty much one-shot anything here. No more encounters? Eh, that's fine.
Random question for you. This is kind of off topic, and I'm just curious if you've ever ran into shinies during any speedrun attempts.
Not during this game, but other Pokemon games that I've run, I have seen shinies. It's pretty funny when that happens.
Yeah, 'cause it's like, this is not the goal right now.
Yeah. So I'm going to save here because I don't really want to heal out of Blaze. And the AI, again, is random, so he's not guaranteed to tackle me. I don't really want to see that. But it can happen. It only does 4 damage, so we can live 1.
Big damage.
Yeah, Blaze is pretty nice. And we have just enough embers, too. I forgot to get the X special, but it's not really that big a deal. It just basically saves a turn in the next fight. I would X special, and then in Blaze we can one-hit the Geodudes. So we would save a few PP. Actually, I could scratch this. We didn't use Defense Curl. So now we'll have enough embers for the Geodudes and the Poochyena coming up after Roxanne.
Nice.
So we won't have to double kick that. Double kick has a lot more text to it than Ember. Super effective. Hit 1 times. 1 times is what the text says. Just takes forever. So no tackle. Okay, I'm still in Blaze if I use another Orin. Actually, we don't really need Blaze too much for this fight anymore. We're going to heal afterwards anyway. Oh, I lied. We actually don't have enough embers for Poochyena, unless this crits or burns. Yeah, that's fine. A little bit of... a couple seconds of time lost in that fight. Not a huge deal. So now we're perfectly level 16 after all that, and we do get Peck here as a Torchic. Then we're going to evolve, and then we're going to get another fighting type move. Or a fighting type move, our first fighting type move. Just in time for the rock type gym leader. 420 is evolving.
Blaze it. Torchic's so good, dude. You just, like, you get so much type coverage so early on. You get the fire move, you get the flying move, and you get a fighting move, like in theory, before the first gym. Like,
Yeah.
so good.
It's just unfortunate that it's really type weak to a lot of the later gym leaders.
Yeah, it's true.
So now we got a kickin' chicken here. So we're gonna pause right here. We're gonna spray Repel in Roxanne's face. Shouldn't have to safety save because whereas before this fight was impossible as Torchic, now it's pretty free. We one-hit the Geodudes and then we two-hit the Nose Pass. And by one hit, it still does take 2 kicks, but it's one move, so 1 turn. Here goes the other one. Another fun gamer fact, Mario actually makes a cameo appearance right here.
Dude! Dude, sick gamer fact. What a real gamer.
I missed Mario since we saw him in Spyro. You know,
You
right at
mean
the end
Super Mario Bros. The Sunshine?
Yeah, Super Mario Brothers: The Sunshine.
Ah. So we're actually speed tied with Nose Pass after it hits me with Rock Tomb. It's kind of unfortunate that he used Harden, and it looks like we missed the range. So, gotta watch your potion now. Come on, give me a magic crit game.
Yeah, I'll do.
Looks like we got a high roll there. Nice.
Nice. Bye, Mario.
Bye, Mario.
But then he got his own game after that, so it actually worked out for him.
Yep.
Everyone go
Got
buy
a lot of
Mario
his own
Brothers. It
games.
comes out today.
So there's our first badge, finally. One tough gym leader down. So she gives us the TM for Rock Tomb, which we're not actually going to teach anything. We're actually just going to sell it for money. A lot of the gym leader TMs, surprisingly, do get taught to things. This is not one of them, however. So remembering we have a Repel active, we're going to be just charging through some grass now. It's going to wear off in a pretty good place.
That's such a good line. Don't take my goods!
Yeah. So now this random Aqua Grunt that stole the goods, we're going to chase him down.
Get back the goods.
We already fought all these guys, so we don't have to worry about dodging anybody.
Goods percent.
And apparently that Aqua guy also took off with this guy's Wingull, so he's got a hostage. Come and get some.
Easy money.
So if I had just 1 Ember left, I could use it to kill this Pooch and not have the super effective text and all that stuff, but you'll see how slow her double kick is.
Is Poochie in a just normal type, or is he
It's
normal
super
dark?
effective. Hit 1 time.
Or just dark? Okay.
Yeah, just dark.
That's so interesting for, like, introductory Pokemon in, like...
So fight moves are effective against dark types?
Yep.
I was
Dark
just
is
thinking,
weak
like...
to Fighting, Bug, and I think that's about it.
Fairy.
And Fairy too.
Yeah.
But
that's
Fairy's
not
not in
in
this
the-
game.
In the game, yeah.
Don't have to worry about Fairy types. Just pure Dark, yep.
Yeah, that's so interesting for, like, an introductory Pokemon. Just to be
Except
pure
that it's
dark
still
type.
bad because Dark is special in this game. So.
Yep. It's so bad.
Yeah.
The physical special split is just the greatest thing ever.
So we got a big cutscene coming up where all I have to do is mash A. So during that, I'm going to set up my timer again for a Meryl Manip.
He's doing another RNG manipulation.
So Mudkip Route doesn't have to catch anything besides a bird to use Fly, but we need something that can surf and dive and all these other water moves. And it's also nice because Meryl can learn Rock Smash as well, so we don't have to teach a really weak fighting move to Combuskin. Just teach it to Merrill instead. And Merrill is found right outside Petalburg Woods to the south, 20% encounter. So in theory it could be faster just to get a first encounter Merrill and not have to do manip at all. But this is just a nice way to make it more consistent. And considering how well Torchic manip went earlier, hopefully this won't take me too many tries. I'll probably just do like 2 or 3 attempts at it. I have a list here. Basically, I'm going to save the game, and it's not frame specific. I can hit any of like 6 different frames, and basically I'm going to be watching for a certain NPC in the woods to see whether he moves up or down in a certain way. And based on how he moves, I know how to move when I exit the forest to generate the Merrill encounter. So it's a little bit of a PokeNav tutorial here. Before we leave town, we're going to do some shopping. My money's probably a little weird right now, but it should be fine. Just buy 2 of all the things. Yep. And on our way out of town, our rival meets us right here. He requests a battle, but we can actually just say no and skip it. A couple of rival fights in this game can just be skipped. It's pretty nice. What's the matter? Don't have any confidence?
That's so interesting. I didn't even know you could just
What's
say
the matter?
no and they
Scared?
just nope. That's cool.
Force him to look that way, run past him. I'm going to run a few extra steps because I'm not sure what my step counter's at right now. If it advances during this manip, none of them are going to work, so... So that felt like a pretty good press. Just got to get the A press. That felt pretty good. Double down. Should just be a walk. Okay, let's see a Merrill. Alright. And I know that this particular Merrill has thick fat, so we can safely Ember. And 78% to get in the Great Ball from there. Very nice.
That's so cool.
Just for funsies.
420 blues it.
So what I just did there was I brought up the bag menu and then canceled out immediately. And that actually freezes spinners in whatever direction they're currently looking. So I was able to just walk right past her. Oops, I said no. Alright, well, time to chase him around again. Yes, I want to set sail. Into the boat. Fastest movement speed in the game, by the way. But we can't control
that's
it.
some sick movement. So is his first name just Dad and last name Norman?
Yep, our dad's name is
Gamer
Dad.
fact.
So we're going to run into this cave really quick to finish half of our errand for the Devon Corporation. Going to find a man named Steven and deliver some letter for him. Pick this up for a fast get out of here. Now it's dark, but we don't need the Flash HM if we know the path. Couple of bonks, because I'm not that good at it yet. Use another repel. Should hit the ladder. There we go. And back in the light. And here's Steven. Dun da da da!
So I assume
he
you
too
talk to
gives
him
us a
from the
TM.
side because he walks out and it's faster if he gets off the screen faster, kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. 'Cause now he has to walk fewer tiles. So now coming up, we're going to do the gym that's here. Mudkip route actually does this gym later. You don't have to do this fight now. You can actually do it either the second, third, or fourth gym. Doesn't matter at all. Because the HM he gives you, well, the HM you're able to use after this gym is Flash, and Flash is never required for a speedrun. And it's usually faster to do this fight later when you're a much higher level than he is. But for Torchic route, we want to do this now because he gives us the bulk up TM, which sets up our attack and defense and makes a lot of fights coming up a lot easier. But it is a fight that we can die in, so that's why I safety save there. It's just annoying to have to boat all the way back here again. It's basically we only die if this Machop crits me at a bad time, or if I miss the damage range on Makuhita, which is his last Pokemon. So because he used bulk up there, I'm going to get some damage on him now, and that should stop him from using it more than twice. Okay, so we take damage here. It's really nice if he hits me again here but doesn't crit. Alright, very nice. So now we get Blaze for a couple of fights coming up after this gym. So the only thing that can really go wrong now is missing the Makuhita range, which is a 7 and 8. And based on how damage works in this game, it has a random component to it, and basically by 7 and 8 range, I just mean there's a 7 and 8 chance that we get a high enough roll to kill Makuhita. So anytime I mention a certain fraction range, that just means we have a chance to kill it, but it's not guaranteed. Oh, very nice. Just one hit crit. So there's Brawly. So that fight pretty much could not have gone much better.
Yo, dude, is that Knuckles?
I sense another gamer fact incoming.
No.
Now see, you see that like insignia on the wall there. Now you may think that that's a knuckle in reference to Knuckles from the Knuckles games. It's actually a Mega Man.
Dude, that actually makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Gamer fact.
Because Mega Man is in this game.
So far, we've had Wally, we've had Mario, and now a Mega Man Sonic hybrid.
Yeah, there's a lot of characters in this game that you wouldn't think would be in this game.
Right.
Back in the boat.
Could this have been the birth of Mecha Sonic? You know, because Mega Man.
It could be.
Perfect.
That's a very good point. This was
Gamer
definitely the reason that Sonic was in Super Smash Bros. Brawl, though, for sure.
Mind if I pop in
Pick
with
up a revive
donation?
that's hidden in the sand here. Run past these trainers.
Mind if I pop in
We're
with a
going to
donation?
try to finish the next part of our errand for the Devon Corp.
Can they not hear me?
And we have a donation.
You have a second for a donation?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Megan Morin has donated $23 and says, shout out to my brother Ryziken. Thanks for streaming for the kiddos. XO Megs.
Thank you so much, sis.
Thank you kindly.
That's the power of family.
Yay, Marines!
Shoutouts to the best music in the game. Oh, never mind, it's gone now. It was the museum music is the best music in the game.
Go away, Team Aqua, you meanie.
Right, so we do these fights back to back, and because we're in Blaze, we don't have to worry at all about the Zubat that the second guy has. So no worry about confusion. Still have to double kit Carvana. Ember just doesn't quite have enough power. So we still have to see all these text boxes. Rough skin, super effective, hit blah blah times. then finally it dies. Sniveling wimp. One hit KO. Peace out. And another rough skin fish.
Have you ever misclicked an ability by doing it so fast?
Yes, I have. Many times, actually. It's pretty easy to do. And it has cost me runs sometimes.
Yeah, with games like these and other RPGs, it just comes down to really good menuing a lot of the time.
Another fun gamer fact for you here. This Archie right here. We're going to do a callback to the previous gamer facts. Remember how I said Sonic was in this game? You know who did the Sonic comics? Archie.
Dude!
Wow.
That's not a
facts.
coincidence.
So we just actually got our last free heal of the run.
Oh, nice.
And we see Scott again, the Battle Frontier guy. He shows up a couple more times in the run. And he also calls me a couple times. He just likes to kind of be around me. And we are done in this town. We used to actually shop here before leaving, but don't have to anymore. So we shopped in Rustboro. And we get to see Burge. He's going to give us his number. Basically, now that I have the PokéNav, everybody wants to give me their number.
You're so popular.
We actually did not get Roxanne's number because we didn't have the PokéNav yet. But she will be calling me shortly to give me her number.
Makes sense.
So we teach the fabulous bulk up TM that we just got. Don't need focus energy anymore. That move is useless to us.
It's also just useless in general.
Yeah. Give our Cherry Berry number 1. And that should be good. So we have 2 trainers that use the same Pokemon. We could fight them as a double battle because we have a second Pokemon. But it's much better actually to just get more experience by fighting them individually. So if we fought them as a double battle, Meryl would steal half of the XP, and we don't really need Meryl to level up at all. So we got Growled, so we have to bulk up to reset our attack. And this thing is being very trolly. That's why we teach this move for this fight. Otherwise, we would not be faster than this Plusle. In the second fight, we actually don't have to do any setup. There goes my first Cherry Berry. So in the next fight, we are just faster than both the Plusle and Minun. So with level 20. It's very annoying if they growl me and I don't reset my attack because they can heal themselves with Oran Berries. It's just really slow. And if I'm paralyzed too, that can also be a big problem if I don't have a Cherry Berry to heal that. So second fight, basically the same as the first, except now we don't have to X speed. Just totally free fight. Nice, saves 1 second there. Quick attack's fine. So now we've got another rival battle coming up, and this one we can't skip. This is actually... you listen to Mudkip runners, they hate this fight. It's a very tough fight for Marshtomp. Basically, there's a lot of setup, a lot of ways to die. facing down a Grovile that has Absorb. But for us, it's not quite as bad, especially when we have Bulk Up. So I'm going to try a Manip here. No. Okay, just wait for him to turn again, open the bag, freeze him. Grab this hidden full heal. I am going to safety save, though, because we can still die a couple of ways in this fight. So basically all we need to do is set up 2 bulk ups. This Lombre can growl me though, so I might have to use it more than twice. And ideally, with the strat that I use, Marshtomp puts me into Blaze. It's going to hit me with Mud Shot first, which lowers my speed. And then on the next turn, I'm actually going to be slower than him, and he'll Water Gun me into Blaze. So that's what we want to see. Just make sure I have enough health. He does sometimes do really weird stuff, like just using Bide, so he does no damage to me at all, which is still fine. It's pretty fast. I don't absolutely need Blaze. In fact, the time I save from not being attacked at all kind of just cancels it out anyway. So we're going to peck him first. Okay, so he just Water Gunned, he didn't Mud Shot, so we're not going to be in Blaze. That's fine. If that peck had crit him, he would be in Torrent, and I would have to switch out because Water Gun would kill me from here. If he Mud-Shotted the first turn. Since he didn't Mud-Shot, I wouldn't have had to switch. And Torrent is just the water equivalent of our Blaze ability. Same thing. Low HP, boosts his water moves. He takes off on his fancy bike, and we're just running behind him. So here's Roxanne calling to give me her number. She only does this after you beat Brawly, so Mudkip runners would not see this until they actually beat Brawly, which is much later in the run. But yeah, it's a scripted call. Can't avoid it. So then we have a couple easy fights here to finish out the road. Again, we could fight these guys as a double, but we want the XP. So we're coming up on the town where we actually get the Mach Bike. Very fast bike, very hard to control perfectly. So Abra just dies to a peck, nice and easy.
Good ol' Abra.
Oh, Abra. Abra used to actually be part of the route for this game because it can teleport us, and we don't get Fly for a very long time. So
right. Interesting.
Being able to teleport was very nice, but it's a very, very difficult thing to catch. It only shows up 10% of the time. It's not guaranteed to get in the Great Ball. We have to just throw a ball right away because otherwise it's just going to teleport away from us. Luckily, it's not that much slower to go without Abra. The only way Abra actually saves time now is if we were able to catch it first try. There are some other runners that are still working on Abra Manip, though. If we can get like perfect YOLO balls and things like that, to where we can just hit a cluster of frames and not have to worry about Abra breaking out. So it might become a thing in the route eventually, again, just catching Abra and using teleport. Because it actually does change the route pretty substantially, especially in this part of the game. Because if we had teleport, we could actually go get strength now, just like going across this route to our west. But instead, we're going to be getting it later.
So we have the bike now.
We do have the bike. We're going to teach Rock Smash now to Meryl. And register that.
Can we get some PogChamps in the chat for this bike? We are moving so fast now. This
Yeah,
is
these
optimal.
two trainers right here are unavoidable.
Should've gone
They
the
do
acro
have to be
bike.
fought at some point,
Do a bunch of cool tricks.
and the
That's just me,
experience you
though.
get from them is actually more useful now, especially for the gym coming up. And since I'm not in Blaze, I actually fight this girl first, so we get a level, which is going to make Ember guaranteed to kill something in the next fight. And we can safely use a contact move on these Roselias. They can have Poison Point, but since they're scripted in a trainer fight, they never have Poison Point. They have their other ability, which I think is Natural Cure or something. So we don't have to worry about being poisoned by them by using Peck. And Peck's just one letter faster than Ember. That's really the only reason we do that. So Zigzagoon should be guaranteed. And Electrike should be guaranteed. I'm pretty sure Aron was guaranteed as well. So now we have a battle with our friend Wally and his Ralts. Pretty simple fight. We don't need Blaze here. It just dies to Ember. Now coming up when we go in the gym, the faster way to get through to the gym leader is to fight one particular trainer that's kind of in the middle of the room. But a way that I've been doing it lately, which is really nice for experience later on, there's another solution to this puzzle, this maze type thing, where you fight two trainers instead of just the one. And doing that actually gets me some very nice level ups and allows me to become Blaziken a lot sooner. And also lets me skip a rare candy that I used to get that takes like 30 seconds to get. So a lot of advantages to doing it this way. So there's a kid in a blue hat here that would normally be fought with Mudkip route. But instead I'm going to go over here and fight these two guys. And that switch in between them will turn off the electricity between them, so I can just pass right by. So this guy has bug types. These would be one-shots if we were in Blaze.
Makes sense. You know, bug types in an electric gym.
Okay, Shockwave, so I can peck again. And then Volbeat pretty much just always spams quick attack. I think one more puts me in Blaze. Oh, very nice, okay.
There you go, guaranteed Blaze. Easy.
And Blaze isn't really super useful anymore because there's only one more fight that it's useful in, but I'm probably going to play things a little safe here and just double kick the Voltorb because it actually is a range still with Ember. It's pretty favorable range, but I don't really want him to live and then Sonic Boom me to death.
Sonic Boom is so broken early game.
Yeah, Sonic Boom has a set 20 damage, so at low levels it can be pretty deadly. And then Ember kills this Magnemite whether or not we're in Blaze, because Steel type. So now we have Gym Leader Watson, which is a very easy fight for the Mudkip route because they're a Marshtomp here, ground type. And we have to worry about paralysis and all sorts of things. And my Cherry Berry, I think I do need to equip another one, yep. So safety save. So the strat here is basically just to set up enough so that we can one-hit his strongest Pokemon, Manectric. So we're going to have to use an X speed and 3 or 4 bulk ups, depending on if I want to be risky. 3 bulk ups is a range, 4 is guaranteed. Kind of depends on what his Electrike decides to do to me. So we set up 1 on Voltorb so that we can take it out in 1 hit. Alright, he did not take my Cherry Berry, that's very good. So I can double kick the Electrike if I had to. Electrike and Manectric both have static. So contact moves, 30% chance to paralyze. So bulk up number 2. Okay, Howl's fine. Number 3. Ideally, we want him to put us in Blaze here too, because that's going to be handy after the fight. So number 4. Shockwave? No, it's just going to keep howling. So I'm going to Ember him now, because after this damage, he's guaranteed to use only Shockwave. Alright, so let's take him out here. That's actually a pretty decent amount of HP. And we're guaranteed to kill Manectric, so... What can happen, since Double Kick hits 2 times, we can actually get static off of each hit, which would be kind of annoying because the first one would take the berry, and then the second one paralyzes me again, so I have to use another berry after the fight.
Shoutouts to the max HP stat right now.
Yeah, there's 1 static. There goes the berry. No double. Okay, good. No double.
You took your cherry. How does that make you feel?
I feel slightly uncomfortable. Well, I hope you guys are ready for some mock bike shenanigans.
Yes, I'm ready for that.
Lot of trainers on the way to the next couple towns, actually. Almost all of them can be avoided as long as we're careful, but yeah, we'll see how this goes. So that's our roadblock. We have to beat Watson to progress past this point. And hey, we get an encounter. Very low chance of getting an encounter with Rock Smash. It's always fun when that happens. Nice time loss there. Blitz past these guys. Stop on this spot. Gonna try a run to bike here. Got it. So we forced him to look right by running, then got on the bike as fast as possible. And this repel should wear off in a very nice spot since we didn't take extra steps. Wait for them to both look away, freeze them. Bike past this guy by unloading him briefly and then blitzing right past him just like those other guys. So we're getting secret power here because this is going to make hidden power become available at a shop in Slateport. And we can also sell secret power for money. Now this is not the only way to get hidden power. We can actually just wait until the 6th gym. But getting it early now will help with the 4th gym fight, the fire gym. It's always nice having a water move for a fire trainer. Our last repel, a couple more trainers to get past carefully. Ooh, okay. That worked out. And we're at another shop. Let's see, sell. Okay, we're getting one of these.
Since we're shopping, what is your favorite Pokemon?
Darkrai, personally.
I think I get 12 here.
Current favorite, Oh, my current favorite. It's always my favorite. Well, whatever. Shaman Skyform is my favorite Pokemon. It's a long story.
Always been a fan of the Alakazam. Always loved him.
One of my favorites is actually Blaziken.
Spoons rattling.
Well, what do you know?
What do you know?
Is that why you run this category, or?
Yeah, pretty much. That's why I made my username of Ryziken too, like 12 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So now we actually want to generate encounters here. We're going to catch a Swablu. 40% to show up. I do not use Manip for this because there's really no point. It's pretty likely to show up. It's running, gets us tiles faster. There it is. Just give it a nice little peck. Should be guaranteed at this health with a Great Ball. Okay, that's the only other HM slave we need to actually catch in the wild. What should I name it, Neil?
You... Swabby.
Swabby it is.
Just to make time go by faster.
There you go. So this guy's required. He does not spin. The girl does spin, however. She's looking to the right, so I can't do my favorite Manip. So this fight, we just kick some more things. Pretty simple.
This is actually Hiker Lucas is actually Lucas from the Earthbound series. It's another tie-in to Super Smash Bros. Brawl.
Nice.
Gamer fact.
Did you know that Numel spelled backwards is lemon? That's why he's a fruit type.
Wow. Look down for me. Thank you. I don't know if I want to try this Manip. It's very hard. Oh, guys. She gave me an early spin, too. I'm very glad I got that. It's very difficult to actually run one tile exactly and then get on the bike. It's one of the only times I've ever successfully pulled off that Manip. So now we get the meeting of the two teams here. And this cutscene is much more theatrical than the remakes, Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. We're supposed to talk to that professor there, but we don't have to. Some more tricky movement upcoming. Yeah, he can only spin left and up, so going on his right side is pretty free. Go around those trainers, blitz back through this route. And we've already fought everybody, so I don't need to Manip anybody here. Back in this tunnel that we fought the Aqua Grunt earlier, now we can break this rock, get the Strength HM.
What a nice story. It's like I can now see my love because I couldn't punch this rock hard enough.
You could probably just climb over that rock, huh?
Same.
There we go. Get right up next to him so he doesn't have to walk any steps. Now, this fight I actually really like doing in Blaze because we can Ember everything instead of double kick. So we save one text box apiece over double kick. And I am not in Blaze, never mind. Yeah, we leveled out apparently, so. So just double kick, that's fine. Now what I can do here actually, Machop is, I think he has 2 moves that can damage me, so I could just go ahead and Ember. I think Ember actually kills, but Yeah, whatever. That's fine. So now we got more tight movement here. I hate this route coming up. I take a little bit of a safety bonk on this sign here. And then go down like that. There's a lot of trainers there. Some of them have 6 Pokemon. So they're very time consuming to hit.
That is not good.
So then we're going to be taking a little detour back down to Slateport to pick up our hidden power, do a little manip there. All the way down here. And I hopefully picked up the nugget. Yes, I did. Okay. Forgot I picked that up late now because I don't actually need it for the shop in Fall Arbor. So yeah, get one of those. Teach it now before I forget. You can teach it with any of the next repel menus.
So what type did you go for?
This is Hidden Power Water, base power 68.
Nice.
Max is 70 power in this gen.
That's really cool.
Super repel. There we go. And back the way we came. One more manip on this. Actually, a couple more still. We have to do one later on for that kid. And one more repel should get me to Mount Chimney. Kind of surprised I did that without bonking. The NPCs and the signs are positioned just right to make it difficult to maneuver. Let's see if I... Okay, just freeze him. Okay, that ends that mock bike stretch. So now we take a nice little ride up the mountain. Oops. Yeah. That's a little bad. So now we get some easy magma grunt fights, our first magma grunts in the game. And basically the whole reason for routing my moveset this way, I used to actually teach the strength HM here, and then discovered that if I do that with Hidden Power Water here, there's actually, like, I need all 4 of these moves for the next few gyms, so there's really no way to fit strength in. But fortunately, if I have Blaze, the Zubats actually still die in one hit to Ember. Unfortunately, I don't have Blaze for this one. The second one, though, I can get Blaze during the Maxi fight, because his Mightyena likes to bite me. So we'll just Peck first, or Hidden Power. Optimally, you would talk to him from the side, so it saves a few frames, but that's fine. So this fight, again, we use Hidden Power Water on the Nummels. What do you know, just out of Blaze again. Go for it. Okay.
Well, at least now you have Blaze.
This is true. Now we fight Maxi, the leader of Team Magma. First of all, so there's two reasons I put Meryl in the front. One is to avoid the Intimidate from Mightyena, which actually doesn't matter anymore. It used to matter for the old route before Hidden Power, but the real reason is so that Meryl and Swablu die. And we're basically setting up for a Death Warp coming up in just a couple of battles. Get him, Blue. Dang. You tried.
Good work.
Go, Swabby, get him.
Just a small level difference.
The Swabby actually gets to help for the fight. So this affects my team, not just the one that's out. So now he can't be sand attacked. X special, there you are. Okay, just don't crit me, buddy. Don't do it. A little bit scary there, because dying, I didn't save before this fight. Coming back here would have been a little bit of a pain. HP water for the win. And Blaze Ember kills Zubat. So the meteorite that he was using in that machine, we actually just leave it there. Any random person could just walk up and activate that machine. But yeah, we're just gonna leave. Make our way down this jagged pass. A spinner here we can freeze while I swap my Pokemon again. And heal up. Might as well go to full, so I have the extra potion.
So here's a game idea. We have a lot of Pokemon games out. Now, do you think they'll ever create one where you, like, it's a day in the life of a Pokemon? You play as the actual Pokemon and the gym leader?
They
and
do
you just
have,
get continuously beaten up?
They do have Mystery Dungeon.
There is Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. I was also thinking like Pokken Tournament. But also,
Similar
you gotta have
concept.
a Pokemon Life Sim where you live inside the Pokeball.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That'd be
yeah.
pretty
What
sick.
it's like to live in there.
That'd be dope.
A small window into your prison.
Listen, if we think too much about Pokemon, we'll realize it gets really messed up.
Charizard next
Just,
day again.
it's a kid's game. Just have fun with it.
So we're gonna save here, even though this isn't that hard of a
Kids
fight. There's
die
still some things that
thanks
can
to
go wrong.
Driflin. Never forget.
Also, they're abused and abducted by Hypnos.
Also, dead kids who die in the forest turn into Phantom.
I don't know any other spooky Pokemon facts.
Banette was a kid's
So
toy.
bear in mind, what we
who,
want to have
stopped
happen
being
here
loved
is we want poison.
And grew vengeful. And
We're gonna take this
came
thing
to
out
life.
right away, and then the next thing that comes in is a Slugma. Slugma decides to use Smog as its main move. Smog has a high chance to poison. That's what we want to see. So we basically have to stall until we get poisoned. Alright, very nice. That didn't take too long. I basically just need one more X special. Might as well use another one because she set up the sun too. So once light screen goes down, I can go ahead and kill the Slugma, and then sun should go down. By the time Torkoal comes out. Okay. So should be one more turn of sun. But camera up should still die. It's 4 times super effective move. Yep, and then we just have the Torkoal.
Oops. My bad.
Celebrating too early.
That's okay.
Torkoal's a pushover anyway.
I like
he just has
defeating
overheat.
camera ups.
Yeah, camera up. It's a pretty good time.
There we go. Now we're done. So after
train it. Very nice, very nice.
Yeah.
It's like golfing. Every time they take a swing, you just clap.
Yeah.
It's a really stupid badge
Great
name.
Sneeze, great sneeze.
Good show.
Way to slaughter that Pokemon.
So the TM we get here is one that we will be teaching to Combusken. Very, very good fire type move. Kind of a one-off nuclear missile, pretty much. So bear in mind we are still poisoned. Combusken is the only Pokemon we still have alive. Gonna see a little bit of magic. Because remember, now that we have 4 gym badges, we can challenge our dad at Petalburg Gym. Get some herbs for later. Nice cheap versions of Hyper Potion. And this guy gives us a move that, an item that powers up fire type moves.
Can't be 420 without some herbs.
There you go. Gonna heal up just a little
Charcoal
bit.
bringing the smoke. This is a bad meme.
That's what makes them great.
So, a little bit stronger of a fire move here. Just a little bit.
That's fine.
Ember
It's
seems
alright.
pretty good. I don't know.
Ember's already really good.
Might want to reset now. Now you've gotten rid of your best move.
Okay, is 30 HP enough? I'm kind of scared because I don't know. Got it. Oh no!
Oh, you messed up.
Oh, look at that. We're in
Reset.
Petalburg. Time for another gym.
That warp is super cool.
Yeah, that is a really cool warp. You just have to go through the entire thing without ever going to a Pokemon Center.
Yep. So a couple fights here, we get to use our new missile of a move, Overheat. A lot of the fights in this gym are typically pretty hard for Marshtomp. Because this is actually before the point you get Surf, so Marshtomp typically doesn't have Surf yet. It's got to muscle its way through with Strength and Mud Shot, Water Gun. So then we got a Wigglytuff here. Unfortunately, it does not die in one hit, so we got to tap it with Hidden Power first.
I'm assuming you like this like which room you take in this gym is routed out.
Yeah, this route gives you a bit more experience, which is going to allow us to hit a key level up that'll allow us to become Blaziken early. Actually, we can just double kick there because it didn't use Defense Curl. Q-Charm's fine because I still get to finish the move. Get briefly attracted to Wigglytuff, and then just kill it.
I realized after I killed this Wigglytuff, I don't really like it that much.
Not how life works, though.
Pretty much. So now we go to one-hit KO. Gonna go ahead and heal up.
Now he likes you less, though.
Oh
It
no!
was too bitter. Now he's angry.
So actually I had an option to go to the Zangoose room instead of this room. This is just a little bit safer of a strat. It is going to change the Weather Institute a bit later on, but not in any seriously big way. Zangoose would actually be very safe if it wasn't plus special defense nature. That's the only reason it can survive overheat sometimes, and just be a real pain.
I'll say that trainer looked very fashionable.
He is a cool trainer.
Time to defeat the world's greatest opponent. Dad.
Dad.
You never came back from the store.
Dad?
He never came home from Walmart.
You get those smokes?
Those cheap, low prices.
What a deal.
So yeah, Mudkip runners love this fight. So they have to set up on this Spinda. Spinda uses a confusion move, and it'll even still use the confusion move when you're already confused. Very fun. We don't have time for that. We're just gonna kill it right off.
Nice kick.
So now we just have to not get crit by this Vigoroth, and then we have to not miss the slacking. So first, we're gonna get our speed up. Bulk up. So he does slightly less damage with Slash and Facade. That's not what we want to see. So, unfortunately, I have to heal to full. Oh, wow.
It's like you don't even care about your friendship points.
Not Super Repel, X Special. Okay, let's just stall a bit. Okay. Now just don't miss the slacking. Yeah, it's a very fun speed game. Moments like that. So yeah, X Special plus Blaze plus Charcoal, level 32. Slacking is just guaranteed to die to overheat. See you later, buddy. Marshtomp wishes it could do that.
That's what you get for naming me one letter. You.
So this is the part of the game where we get Surf. And surprise, we're going to teach that to Meryl. It's the reason we caught it.
Let me borrow A real quick.
Yeah, let me just borrow your A.
Oh, what?
Now that you guys reunited, let me steal your child from you. So if this is correct, you start as a trainer at age 14. Is that still...
I think it's typically 10.
Yeah, I think it's
Is it
10.
10?
Yeah, it's 10 years old.
Do they go to like Pokemon like training school? Is that like their
There is like a
elementary?
school, but like you
it's
never go.
completely
Kinda just
optional.
Like, hey, 10 years old, you're an adult now. Go survive in the wilderness.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah. Like there's a
Creatures
school, you can go to Pokemon schools, but they're completely optional.
No.
Only the privileged.
Now
So
we
yeah,
say
it's like a
goodbye to
private-
our fighting
it's a private
type move.
thing. You know, you gotta have a lot of money to get in those.
It's not sanctioned by the government.
I know the professor.
potion again, because that's a little too low of health. And we can finally enter the water. Get a rare candy right across the way here. So that is our second candy. First one was in the desert. We're going to collect one more on our way to the next place. Now, it's worth saying that on Abra route, you would typically have a checkpoint set in Mobile City, so we would just teleport back there after beating that gym. What else? Escape ropes, that's right. And X attacks. So we should have all our X items now for the rest of the run. So since we can't teleport, we got to do some more complicated movement. This one's not too bad.
That didn't seem very complicated.
And then we get to this route. Lots of trainers. Movement is pretty precise. But from that tile, we can just go right between them. Go around this guy. Repel wears out here. Wait for her to spin. Use another repel with the pause while she's being frozen. So now we get another rare candy. Now, even though we've repelled, we can get an encounter because tentacles can be very high level in this water. Thankfully, the chance of seeing one that high level is pretty small. It is pretty scary, though, if it happens, because they have Bubble Beam, and they're pretty fast. They can outspeed and just make us unable to run away. One more manip there. Hey, Watson, what's up? I think this tile is right. So another repel. Another manip. Briefly say hi to Steven. Then we got another trainer we have to wait to freeze. Yep. Luckily that guy's not a trainer. We can't bike through that grass, we gotta walk. Watch out for her. Watch out for him. Take this path that has no trainers. Almost no bonks there. Alright, now we're at the Weather Institute. So not a single trainer was required on that whole stretch.
What is the detection range for a trainer? Isn't it like 2 or 3 tiles?
It varies. It can be 1 tile and it can be 5 tiles. Basically, we just do whatever we can to make sure they're not looking in our direction. So because I did the Vigoroth room, I actually need a little bit more XP to reach the next level. So even though it's suboptimal to fight this guy first, we're going to fight him first so he gets us level 33. Because normally what we would do is fight the girl first and then make the guy walk forward a tile so that we wouldn't have to walk all the way around the desk. Basically just costs a few seconds of movement. So, calculated experience here. And then one of my favorite parts of the run.
Look at these level ups.
.420 is evolving. This is where I typically ask my Twitch chat people for 420 blaze kick spam in the chat. So that's the move we're about to learn.
I'm getting a cramp. Oh. 420 blaze kick.
No more bulk up needed. We're pretty much special based from here on out.
Very impressive.
Send a couple other grunts here. I hope I remember to save before the next fight, just in case we get a terrible cast form. Another spinner here we need to freeze. And I might as well save with this menu. It's a nice advantage to being Blaziken for this fight. Normally we would have had to overheat the Mighty Enna, but now we can just blaze kick, save a few frames. You don't have to watch our special attack fall.
I just want to let you know we have gotten some 420 blaze kicks in chat, so people are definitely on board with your strategies.
Yeah, spam your 420 blaze kicks in chat, for sure. So yeah, at this point in the game, we are using primarily 90% accurate fire moves. We have to use quite a few of them, so there's always a chance of missing. There's actually a lot of Mighty Ennas in the late game too, and some of them don't have any attacking moves, but they have all troll moves like Roar and Sand Attack, Scary Face. So some very bad ones to miss. Go ahead and check my cast form here. I don't like that special defense, but I think it still works. I've seen 42 work before. And we'll save in front of Tate and Liza anyway, so... Basically, cast form has to be able to tank a hit from Tate and Liza's Claydol as part of the strat, otherwise it's just all ruined. So, we either want to have decent defense or decent special defense. Either one is fine. Because if we have bad enough defense, she'll go for Earthquake. Basically, cast form's going to level up on the same turn that she attacks me. So as long as I can die to Earthquake at 27, but not die at 28, and if we can, hopefully we can live Psychic anyway. Anyway, hopefully everything will go right with that fight. So being Blaziken here, we actually have less setup than we used to have. Oh, there's our first miss. That's not a bad thing to miss, though.
Well done, well done.
As long as I keep track of how many I've missed. Because the PowerPoint route gets pretty tight. So now we got to use an overheat on this Marsh Tomp, and it actually is a damage range. Not terrible to miss it. Alright, we got it. And then Slugma just dies to strength. Easy peasy. Don't need our special attack stat for that. This fight's actually pretty long for the Marsh Tomp route. Not only are they still at Marsh Tomp, but they have a Pelipper to deal with, and Pelipper just loves to spam Protect. We actually will be seeing a few of those in the run coming up. So we finally obtain the Fly HM here, but we can't use it yet until we get the next badge. So we have to wait a long time for Fly in this game. And Scott shows up again. Teach Fly. Swabby learns Fly. And Shockwave gets taught to cast form. pretty nice that it gets this electric move. This Castform's going to be our main double battle partner now for all the required double fights. And repel. Go past these trainers. One's cleverly hiding behind a false tree.
You look like a real cool gamer right now.
We're going to show off our
That's because I am.
battle skills here for Steven. Going to show him our true power as a trainer.
True gamer skill. Whoa, where'd that guy come from?
Who's that guy?
So we get this Kecleon out of the way.
Top Keck.
That's what I was about
What's
to
that
say.
Pokemon?
Top
Keck.
Kecleon.
That was our intriguing battle style. Running away. There's another difference here with not having Abra. Back when we used to get Abra, we would actually just move on from here to Mount Pyre and do the next Team Aqua part of the game. And then we would just teleport back to the gym. But since we don't have any way to quickly get back to Fortree, we're just going to turn around, go into the gym now. One of the reasons early Blaziken is really nice, too, is because the first fight in here is a double battle, where there's a Swellow. Very fast flying type, but at level 37, we're actually 1 point faster than Swellow. Makes it a little bit less likely to get trolled. Almost forgot the puzzle there for a second. So basically, the only things that can happen that are really bad are double team, making me miss, and wing attack crits. So we do have to let Swellow stay alive one turn. It's just more optimal to do the fight this way. Kill the Doduo. Quick attack's great. I love seeing that. That's fine. And yeah, you saw quick attack go before me. That's because it's a priority move, so even though I'm faster. And then Shockwave hits the Pelipper coming in for big damage. So now we Blaze Kick Swellow, try to finish off the Pelipper, but protect, that's fine. Quick attack again, that's still fine. Blaze Kick didn't miss. And then we just have to Blaze Kick Xatu. Ah, should have aimed at Pelipper. That's fine. C got confused, okay. Okay. Might as well just YOLO. Okay, not bad. So I've missed 2 Blaze Kicks now. So I will have to use an Overheat on the Gym Leader, where normally I would just Blaze Kick twice. And this guy's required because we have to flip that panel above him. So here comes another Blaze Miss.
All right, so I've decided that I'm gonna donate $5 for every single time he beats the game.
So get excited for that. $5.
Everybody keep track of how many times he does it in the chat.
So, Flying type gym battle. We are weak to flying moves. We shouldn't really get hit by any, assuming we don't miss. Things don't go wrong. We might see one from Swablu, but Swablu's not that powerful. We really just don't want to see Perish Song. X attacks, where are you? Way at the bottom. Okay, that's fine. That does nothing. I like those glasses.
Cool
He's a
glasses
real
for a
gamer.
cool gamer.
Blaze Kick the Steel type. I like how she sends in her Pokemon in the order you wouldn't really expect. She sends in the things that are weakest to fire first. So I'm going to overheat this to save a
It's so
Blaze
considerate of her to do that.
Yeah, very much so. And then her next thing is a Pelipper, which we can
Shoutouts
actually
to Potassium.
work around the AI here. Basically, as long as we're using items, her turn counter is not going to increase, which means she's going to do what she likes to do on turn 1 very often, which is Protect. She's just going to keep using Protect as long as we set up. Well, she can sometimes Supersonic. It's very rare, though. And it's not that good of accuracy anyway, so... So now we're +4. Now we just wait for her to stop protecting. This dies, and then Altaria dies, and
Rest
that's
in
the
peace.
battle. So no damage there. This damage we have right now was from earlier. That's fine. Experience is still right on because I haven't hit an optional yet. That may change soon, though. We have another very rough Mach Bike road coming up. So we get our Aerial Ace TM here, which will actually be taught to something later on.
Everybody in the chat, go ahead and guess what it's going to teach Aerial Ace to. I'm going to go with Meryl. That's my guess here.
It's a good guess.
I bet it's cast form.
Blaziken.
So I'm repelling a little early here just because I want to be able to do a repel with a spinner manip at the end of the route. Yeah. Just going to freeze this guy. It is possible to do another run manip there. I haven't really practiced it too much. This guy can only spin left and up. We're going to get another rare candy over here. And now the hard part. Gotta wait. Kind of messed that up too. That's fine. Repel wears off. Use another one with that pause. Okay. I hit that guy last night when I was practicing, so he has annoying Pokemon. So we're done with spinners for a little while. Just a couple of easy Team Aqua fights here. Repel lasts just long enough. No more grass. Some more Carvanas, more Rough Skin. On the old Abra route, this is actually where I used to evolve into Blaziken. Back when I had less XP and didn't do the gym first. So this Zubat barely has to be strengthed. I can't quite hidden power. Then we have a forced double battle at the top here. Cast form is a little weak. It should be fine as long as we don't get crit water pulse.
That's a big boy over there.
Very rotund fella.
So you gotta get rid of the
just
pooch. Gotta get
It's
rid of
just
that
big
pooch
bones,
because
you
it
know?
has nothing but troll moves.
Do not fat shame him, for he is lovely.
Okay, rollout's fine. Finish off that. Shockwave. Depending on my special attack, Shockwave should kill Carvana, unless we have bad special attack. We outsped at least, that's good. Yeah. Good thing you used that on the wrong thing. Let's see. Hidden power. Should get the 30. So this is kind of part of the route where Swampert really starts to shine, having Surf, being able to hit both things in a double battle. And in Gen 3, Surf did not hit your ally too, so no real drawbacks to just spamming Surf. Especially if it's in Torrent. And Torrent's actually a lot easier to get with Swampert than it blazes with Blaziken at this point. So we get an item that will allow us to enter the Magma Hideout coming up. I like to do 2 menus here just because I don't like to risk an encounter in this grass while I'm getting the candy. It's not very likely to happen. We can finally fly, so we're going to fly to Magma Hideout. And since we have the Mach Bike still, it's actually faster to just go back up in the cable car rather than switch bikes. One tile too many there. Because with the other bike type, we would actually be able to go up Jagged Pass. And all these rocks that you see here. But Mach Bike is way more useful for the speed, if I can get around. These are actually the first boulders we have to push in the run. There'll be a few more later on. There's a really tight bit of movement that I can do in the second room past these runner grunts that run in a circle. One of them only has 1 tile vision, so it's actually a pretty favorable movement to go for. So I think I'll try it out. It's not too punishing if you hit the trainer. It's 2 Pokemon, not too bad. So in order to set that up, I'm going to let this second guy just catch me. Instead of going down to talk to him, which is technically a few frames faster. So the PowerPoints here, they're basically made so that I don't have to see any super effective text while still saving strengths whenever possible. So anything that's super affected by water, I just strength. Otherwise, I can hidden power. Ah, bonked. That's fine. So a lot of these required grunts just have a single Pokemon, so there's not really too much to talk about here. if there's any donations, now would probably be one of the best times to read them.
Doesn't seem like there's any donations, so it's probably time for a gamer fact. Let me think of something. So that guy's gamer fact. That guy said his left ear was blowing up, was burning up because he was next to the lava. But gamer fact, in the Pokemon universe, left and right are reversed, so his right ear was actually burning up, and that guy's an idiot.
Very true. They're all idiots, honestly.
They're all really stupid. Baltoy's pretty cool, though. She has good taste in Pokemon.
Oh no, he blabbed about Groudon.
Oh no.
So we actually get to see Groudon coming up here shortly. One of the legendary titans of Gen 3.
I've always wondered what kind of like benefits if they have like a union for like Team Magma or like Team Aqua, Team Rocket.
Yeah.
I wonder just which side is the better one to choose. If the retirement point.
I don't know.
You know? I think that's something really to look into.
We're thinking like if you're part of one of these evil organizations, do you get like benefits or like?
I think really the benefit is that you get to see the world in your own image.
Mash A here.
So basically, you get to ignore the smart people.
Yeah, so it's like the benefit is that you get to look at like the world is just all as an ocean
Nice crit
you
cast
get
for him. Good job.
because you're helping out that cause, you know.
Yeah.
And you get your own evil laugh. You know, you can never really just put that out in public, but when you have an association like this, you have to have one. Like,
Yeah, you really have just a chance now. It's really a chance to make it shine. You also get the cool outfits. Personally, I would join Team Magma for the outfits, but I also really don't like standing around in volcanoes. So maybe I actually would join Team Aqua.
Yeah, Team Aqua seems pretty chill. You just get to swim sometimes. Although water's pretty cold,
Especially
so I'll
in the
probably do
summer,
Team
though.
Magma.
You know, summertime, it's great.
That's a
Yeah.
good point.
Well, what if you could like switch between the two because you'd want a winter home with Team Magma, you know? 'Cause
Yeah.
During the winter, the Team Aqua is probably not the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, flip flop.
Maybe you could just like say that you could like join Team Magma just for like the hoodie and then just like leave.
Just stealing merchandise from them.
So this Mightyena coming up is actually one of the worst ones to miss Blaze Kick on, potentially. Has nothing but troll moves. It can roar me out into something and then not kill that thing because it has no attacking moves. So I just basically lose XP, which is very annoying. Luckily, we just didn't miss. So now we got Maxi coming up again. Let's go ahead and save here. This fight is so good with Hidden Power Water now compared to what I was doing in the past, using X attack, strength strats on pretty much everything.
Dude, that guy's gonna fall in the lava. You better save him.
So he's using the blue orb to wake up Groudon, because I guess the opposite orb affects the opposite Titan.
It's kind of weird.
Well, it's like he like sees blue because he's just hanging out in red all the time. He sees the blue and he just gets real angry, and then that's what wakes him up.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know, Team Magma is an equal opportunity employer, so they take all kinds of people.
Yeah, red people, blue people, green people.
We don't see in that kind of
Diamond
color.
people, pearl people, platinum people, black
Alright.
2 people, white 2 people,
Some setup here.
sun people, moon people, ultra sun people, ultra moon people.
That sounds like some supremacy going on. I'm not a huge fan of that though.
It's a lot of labeling.
It's
right
just a
there.
name, dude. Quit taking things out of proportion, man.
Snap people, channel people. Hey,
We
you
have one Blaze
Pikachu
Kick
people.
left after this. It's a little scary.
Conquest people.
Smash Bros.
water.
People.
Then we gotta overheat this Crobat.
Shoutouts to Crobat. Sick Pokemon. But he's dead now. Rip.
We were 50% dead to Wing Attack if we missed there, so... Luckily we didn't miss. So now we're done with the volcano.
I bet your complexion will be fantastic afterwards, though.
Yeah, go ahead and heal Cast Form 2. Just got to do a couple double battles in the next area. Take us away, Swabby. So this is actually the part of the game where I used to get a 5th rare candy, or actually 6th rare candy, right after this submarine cutscene. There's one, if you go all the way back down to the beach from here, and then surf in the waterways, there's a hidden one behind a rock. But because of that extra trainer we fight in Watson's gym, long, long ago, the early evolution and all that stuff, we can actually just skip that rare candy. So that's 30 seconds saved right there. And we still get the level that we need for Tate and Liza. Just barely.
Dude, it's Sonic. That's how that worked, right?
They didn't have a very high budget for this game, so they had to reuse a lot of the characters.
Yep.
Makes sense.
Shoutouts to Captain Stern, like working his entire life to make a submarine and then not hiring any security and getting it stolen literally the moment he unveils it to the public.
Shout outs to Captain Stern. So another rival fight can happen over at the department store, but we don't have to do that. It's another skippable rival fight. And there actually are no more rival fights in the game unless you count Wally.
That was a close one. Like, good thing that guy didn't see you in his peripheral vision.
I'm pretty sure peripheral vision doesn't exist in Pokemon. We were also discussing
Yeah, we walk right beside her. She doesn't see us.
We were also discussing earlier that in the Pokemon universe, left and right are switched. There's a guy who's sitting next to some lava. He's like, my left ear's on fire. And it's like, idiot, it's on the right, stupid. Gamer fact.
Tunnel vision is a huge epidemic in Pokemon universe.
It's very true. It's a disease that spreads.
So we come all the way out here to this office for a very special item. It's not that one.
That was a close one. You almost...
Yay! Free Rayquaza ball.
That's... Why did they put that there? Like, do you think, like... I mean, like, well, and like,
no
realistically, like, what was Aqua's reasoning for putting that there? Like, all right, here we are in the staff lounge. Let's just put this very valuable artifact on the floor. See you later.
Yeah, but, like, that's how you hide things in plain sight, because you would not expect it. Except in this case, it didn't really work out for them.
Oh, he just asked the question that we were asking. Whose uniform do you think is cooler, Team Aqua or Team Magma?
They're both kind of crappy, honestly.
I mean, I'd say Magma. Just like the little ears on the hood. I think that's kind of cool.
But with Aqua, they're all like pirates. That's cool. Pirates are cool.
I don't know, dude. Pirates
are cool.
Pirates had like scurvy. They didn't like brush their teeth very often. That's not a good place to be.
Who cares about that? I'm pretty sure no one eats food in the Pokemon universe anyway.
Yeah, food wasn't added until like Malasadas and Sun and Moon.
I'm pretty sure that's not true, but who cares? I mean, like, I don't know. Maybe if we're talking about the anime, you can have some donuts made by Brock, some jelly donuts.
Ketchup. But yeah, shout out to those jelly donuts.
That's still a really good meme. If y'all don't know about the Pokemon anime.
What a coincidence that those two people have the same name.
Yeah, first name Team, middle name Aqua, last name Grunt.
Yep. And each guy looks the same, and each girl looks the same.
Yep.
Found only twins.
Is this like the Clone Wars, but in Pokemon?
Probably.
We'll only hire you onto our team if you look like this.
Another double battle here. We fight all these guys as double battles because we want a little bit of XP for cast form. We're going to get a very strategic level up during the double battle gym fight, Tate and Liza, which is coming up pretty shortly. Gym number 7. So I just double targeted Zubat because Shockwave will automatically go onto cast form, or Carvana. Bad special attack on this cast form.
So is cast form's bad special attack gonna like negatively affect the Tate and Liza fight too much, do you think?
Yeah, we only really care about the defense stats for Tate and Liza. It just has to be able to survive a move. We don't really depend on it for the damage that it does. There's a chance that Claydol's just going to Psychic me instead of Earthquake. We're probably not going to live Psychic too well, but I'm going to save before the fight anyway, so we got a few tries at least. So we have one Blaze Kick left. Let's not miss this one. This is another very bad Mightyena to miss, too. Okay. So now we just have to overheat
And overkill, too.
And yeah, Blaze Kick does have a high chance to crit too, but we don't.
Oh,
ever
I didn't know
depend
that.
on
That's cool.
Can also burn things, but we don't depend on that either.
Look at that goofy looking dude.
Yeah, he's pretty goofy looking. Dude, we're about to hit level 42, PogChamp.
That's basically 420.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah, we
much.
try to learn Slash, but we don't need that. We don't have room for it, honestly. We can't delete Strength. If we could delete Strength, that would be kind of nice. But it's an HM, so we'd have to go out of our way for that. So now we can make our way out.
I never understood, why do they give away their master plan all the time? Like they're bragging about it when they get defeated. Just like, yeah, you may have defeated me, but here's the rest of our plan.
You'll never catch us here.
Okay.
Should be all I need to do for now. So this guy's the only required trainer in the water on the way to the next place. He has a Gyarados, but it's not really all that scary. It's just a nice 3-hit KO with Strength, even after Intimidate. It can actually survive 3 strengths, but since we're hitting 3 times, it's actually pretty unlikely to get bad rolls all 3 times. So it's like over 90% to die to 3 hits. Based on the rolls we've had so far, we're definitely getting it this time. No damage either, so that's kind of nice. Gotta wait for the girl up there to turn. And just a nice calm ride. Do some quick shopping here. We are going to get a couple of revives. Max repels. Should be good on X items, but we'll get a few hypers. Just in case we run out of roots.
You can't get into the museum now. You don't have enough money.
Not enough money. They actually still will let me in if I don't have enough money. They're just like, oh, you're dirt poor. Okay, that's fine. Go ahead.
That's interesting.
A bit of a questionable business model, but I'll let it slide.
So both of these guys can use Psychic. They don't always use it. But just in case they do, we kill the stronger Pokemon first. Kadabra.
Big damage.
Yeah, unfortunately there's no other way to just stall for a turn. Shockwave's pretty fast. If this was Coliseum, we could just use the call function and just stall that way. So a couple of puzzles here where we can move the trainers around. We actually kind of go in here really quick, back out, back in, so we don't have to do that double battle. Do have to do this person. Most of these guys just have one Pokemon, so they're pretty fast fights anyway. And most of these fights are just strength, so we don't have to worry about missing. Although one fight is a Metatite that is just a range to strength, so we're going to use Blaze Kick instead. Because the 90% Blaze Kick accuracy is still more favorable than using strength. That's the part of the gym that stumps a lot of people their first time through here. Gotta go all the way over there, hit the green switch a few times. Back off.
Happy Halloween, everybody.
What? Oh. Happy Halloween.
3 times on red. So this is the last required trainer before the gym leaders. And if you're looking at my XP bar, this person barely gets me to 43. So then I use the 2 candies. And at level 45, we have a 15 and 16 Blaze Kick range on Xatu, which is always what I go for. At 44, it would be way worse.
Yeah, that's really good.
You have a 1 in 16 chance of the game crashing and blowing up, so we're going to hope that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
It's actually a 99% chance. So we have to get really lucky to win this fight and not crash the game.
Percentages.
Switch. Okay, make sure that cast form is healthy, even though it's barely missing any HP. Actually, you can use that last potion up. Candy. Swablu is in slot 2. That's going to make Claydol not use Earthquake turn 1. Basically, this AI is, she'll always go for the kill whenever she can. Blaziken cannot die from full HP, but our slave always can. If our slave is flying or levitating, she's not going to Earthquake. She's going to go for some other move with Claydol, either Psychic or Ancient Power. And that's what we want first turn. So we just need 1 setup item. Move this down. And Swablu just dies.
Rest in peace.
And we send in Meryl. Meryl dies.
Can we have a moment of silence for all the fallen Pokemon? Thank you.
So now the real heart-pounding turn here. We have to hit Blaze Kick, we have to get the range, and then we have to not die to Claydol's Earthquake or Psychic, whichever one it uses. So Cast Form gets 28 here, which increases its survivability rate by a lot. And here comes the move, Earthquake. No crit. Okay. No crit. No high roll. Okay. So we get off the Rain Dance. So now we're +1 and the rain is up, so Hidden Power Water will kill Claydol and Lunatone. Cast Form's job is now keep Blaziken alive. It's alright if Cast Form dies now. It did its job well. Okay. Okay, no crit. So now we take out Lunatone and heal again.
This is a really sick strat with Rain. It's really dope.
Hidden Power Water, man. Before Hidden Power Water, this fight was really scary.
Doesn't
Cast Form
Solrock
actually gets to
realize that it's raining and he can't take in sunlight? I'm just saying.
So Cast Form actually survived, so I don't have to revive it. Scariest gym leader out of the way. So all those resets we did for Torchic at the very beginning, that is the pinnacle of Hidden Power Water right there. That makes it all worth it. It gets to be useful in one more fight up ahead. So we're going to go to the Moss Deep City Space Center now, where Team Magma is causing some trouble. And Blaziken is, yeah, Blaziken's at full health, so we're fine there. So this guy's required. So kind of like earlier, we try not to get super effective text whenever we can. And in this next fight, we have two Mightyenas, but we don't have to Blaze Kick them. Hidden Power is just strong enough thanks to the special attack boost that we get from the gym that we just cleared. So they're just guaranteed with Hidden Power Water 68. And they're pretty low level too, so you can kind of tell.
So how do the stat boosts from badges? How does that work in this game?
It is, I believe it's either 10% or 12.5%. Can't remember which way. I think it's, I want to say 10% in Gen 3 and 1 and 8 in Gen 2.
Because I know, like in Gen 1, it gets like calculated every single time, like your stats change.
Yeah, every time you boost a stat, the badge boost will reapply itself, so you get more and more. Unfortunately, they removed that glitch in these games, so.
How sad.
Yeah.
I love Gen 1 being broken so much.
Very broken, but very fun to watch.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I don't run those games myself personally. I don't really plan to, but it's just really fun to watch.
Yeah, like I mean, most of those runs are entirely RNG manipulation, so it's like,
Yeah.
like at least with this, there's a good amount of gameplay. Which is like, you know, depends on what you want. Like Pokemon Gen 1 Pokemon games are still
Yeah,
really
Gen 1
hyped to
there's
watch.
so much RNG manip now. You can get through Mount Moon without a single encounter. You can catch a Paris at the end. It's just so nice.
Yeah, it's really good. Like there's even meme categories like reverse badge acquisition that are just like you can just do that because the game's so broken.
So this one I do have to Blaze Kick. Level 32 is a little bit too high for Hidden Power. Yeah, Mightyena is the Pokemon we see the most in this run. It can be very, very trolly. Back when I first started running this game, I was using Double Kick here still, but that just doesn't really work too well with all these Intimidates. And when I was using it literally just for the Mightyenas, it was really not useful enough. Strength here. So So since I have a slave alive, and I probably would have revived it anyway, I'm not going to do a safety save here, because if we die, I can just send in cast form and revive Blaziken. It's not that likely to die here. There's a few things to keep in mind. Maxie's Camerupt has Earthquake. He will not use it, though, if it kills his ally. So as long as Metang doesn't kill the other Camerupt, it's a pretty okay fight. Like, no Earthquake should happen ever. And then we just have to worry about Crobat. Crobat's AI is pretty much random. It can use Mean Look, which does really nothing. He can target Metang just as often as he targets Blaziken. The nice thing about this strat, too, is I used to use a guard spec here, because, you know, it's Mightyena, but Blaze Kick with the badge boost barely kills this Mightyena. It's a range, but it's very favorable, and we got it, so that's out of the way. Don't need a guard spec. And here comes the scary Camerupt that has Earthquake, but it's not going to use it, as long as the other Camerupt is on the field. So here's where we X special. So now even if Maxie's Camerupt uses Amnesia, I can still kill it at +1 with Hidden Power. And Blaze Kick can kill Golbat, and Overheat can kill Crobat. +1's really all we need. So. And ideally we want to see Metang use Psychic on that slot here so it hits Crobat coming in. But he just likes to be an idiot, so. And I think Blaze Kick kills from there, actually.
Got him.
Can't escape. Nice hit there, Metang.
Big damage.
So now we just have one side to deal with. Even though he has multiple Pokemon left, the game doesn't let him send them out together. So just gang up on that slot. Come on, Psychic crit the Golbat. Eh.
That would have been sick, though.
That is Hidden Power range, I think. And if Metal Claw hits Mightyena, but he's going to Psychic now, probably. Yeah. So got a Blaze Kick, but assuming we hit, this fight's over. Ah, haha. The game's not done with me yet. Should still be faster, though. Oh, I'm not faster. All right. Yep. And we're using Hidden Power this time, so we're good.
Sick.
So that's the last time we fight Maxie. So now we just got one more Team Aqua thing to deal with. So we're finally done on Moss Deep Island. Let's get out of here. Got to drop by Steven's house really quick to get an HM. Sorry, girl.
I will say Nintendo definitely puts out some pretty good music scores.
Yeah, Nintendo and Game Freak in particular. So guess who's gonna learn Dive?
Everybody in the chat, place your bets. I'm going to Blaziken.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be Blaziken. What? Okay. Sorry, I freaked myself out there. It's gonna be Blaziken, right? It's gotta be. Yeah, awesome. What? No!
I don't know.
Chat has spoken and you failed.
Sorry, guys.
I'm upset.
I mean, isn't Dive just better than Hidden Power Water? Come on.
What a bad meme. I mean, yes, it'd be. I don't even know if it's stronger, but it also takes twice as long.
And you're much more vulnerable to surf, too, because surf does double when you're underwater.
This is all assuming that Ryziken can even learn dive.
Yeah.
Why are there
There's
3
that little
water
problem.
HM moves? Why did game think that was acceptable? To have 3 water HM moves.
To strongly favor Mudkip. Again. There are reasons that Blaziken doesn't get enough love in this game. Oh, should I go for the Manip? Yeah, this guy only has 1 Pokemon. I might as well. Okay, we're not going to do that. So now we get off the bike because it's slightly faster to push rocks with running speed. If you don't have that acceleration. Whee!
Woo! That was fun.
I had that. I
Damn
had
those
fun there,
auto
yeah.
scrollers.
Nice puzzle skip.
Yeah, I like how they put 2 trainers on one path and then a pretty easy puzzle on the other. Which one would you like? And we can't use the bike in this room. Just go ahead and use a repel strategically early. There aren't any encounters in this room either, but that'll wear off in a pretty nice place later. Now we get to fight the boss of Team Aqua for once. We've seen him a few times in the run. Good old Archie.
That foreshadowing.
So same kind of setup to the fights that we've done with Mighty Enna lead. There's a lot of Mighty Ennas in this game. So we do guard spec this one. The last one. Scary. Scary face. Ooh, swagger. Don't really see that very often. Ooh, alright.
That ain't good.
So same kind of situation now. We're in kill range from flying move from Crobat. So if we miss, that's kind of bad. Still can survive this, actually.
Oh, dang.
Alright. That's
Well,
actually
you still
fine,
have,
though.
do you have your other Pokemon, right?
Yeah, still
Right,
have Cast
you can still
Form.
revive and yeah. All right, cool. Well done.
He's not actually going to kill Cast Form yet. His AI makes him not the right item. His AI makes him heal whenever he's under 50%. But he only has super potions, so I think he's going to use 2 actually. Yeah. So might as well go ahead and heal to full. Super potion. This is Blaziken's last fight too, so of course it's going to be a little trolly. Not quite Blaze.
Oh no.
Should be out of supers, I think.
It's so scary every time. You never know. Sometimes you'll just get a bunch of crits.
Yep. Well, do I risk the blaze kill or heal and be safe? Alright. And funny enough, we take rough skin damage from this move. Somehow that's a physical contact. And only in this gen was overheat physical contact. They made it just a non-contact move in later gens.
That's so weird.
Angry.
So there goes the other Titan. So 2 Titans are loose in the world now. Things are about to get chaotic.
What's up, Maxie?
Yeah, what's up?
And Sonic. I get it, because they're trying to get the Chaos Emeralds. It's the orbs, the Chaos Emeralds.
The love tension is immense between those two.
This is a really nice love
good.
triangle
I
we
love
have going
this music. You only get to hear this music at this part of the run, too. Glad they used the rain theme from Sapphire instead of the sun theme from Ruby.
This is like a really weird weather. It's like extremely hot, but it's also pouring rain. So basically, you're in the shower, but it's outside.
Must be at the equator.
Didn't have the right rock there at first. Luckily, the spinners were still off screen.
The real question is, can you smell what the rock is cooking?
Is it hamburgers? Oh, this guy. Well, it's my first optional of the run. I have to heal, unfortunately.
Dang.
So we did use all my roots. Thankfully, I bought hyper potions. Still have strengths, right? 1 strength. And there it goes.
I hate Pelipper.
I hate Pelipper. I hate Pelipper.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Cooked by overheat.
The Battle Revolution announcer is the best meme ever.
I'm gonna go down here, be safe. And we just have to hit the boundary, then we can head out of here. Set a fly point for later. So we're gonna be coming back there. So head to the place where the final gym is located. It's also where all the action is located right now, with this weather.
Then we travel to Rainbow Road and we fight the Elite Four.
Rainbow Road. And epic cutscene.
Why hasn't Gary showed up yet?
Gary's not in this game.
I'm not the best at Pokemon.
I think Groudon has the advantage, don't you?
Yeah, what was Groudon's plan like coming into this?
He has the high ground. You can't defeat him when
That's true. He has the high ground.
It's over, Kyogre.
This was a Star
You were
Wars.
my brother, Kyogre!
And that's why Anakin Skywalker is in Super Smash Bros. Brawl.
Gamer fact.
Gamer fact.
see how the universe all connects.
So he leads me all the way to the entrance of this cave here. Go inside. There's someone I want you to meet. So ideally the rappel would wear off after I hit this next ladder. Okay, that's fine.
Oh, you are A? Hello, A.
Canadian.
So yeah, this guy was the 8th gym leader in Ruby and Sapphire. And we know the answer to this from the phone call that Brendan gave us as we were surfing. So rappel there, our last rope. Swabby, take us away. So the bad weather hasn't quite reached here yet. Got to be a little careful with this movement. If I was even one tile off there, I could have hit somebody. Get on the bike, please. So you get some clean movement here at Sky Pillar for now. So this is before everything gets destroyed. So those are the only cracked tiles we want to fall through.
And here we are.
There it is.
It's Rayquaza.
Just kind of flies away from us. We're going to chase after it.
These graphics are amazing.
I know, right?
It's my
Delta
favorite
episode
anime.
music.
Wow, this is real spooky.
Can you believe this is based on a true story too?
Is that
Gamer fact.
is this? It's like Kingdom Hearts right now. Is that God himself?
You need the master key ball.
Shut the hell up!
Yeah, just shut up. God, you guys are so annoying. I'm just trying to nap.
I love how Groudon
What are
just
your
backs
rules?
away.
Street telling kids to get off his lawn.
The amount of time this rain takes to stop is RNG, by the way. That was a very long cycle.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think it could be over in less than 3 seconds, but that was like at least, I don't know, 8, 9. So same movement as before. Now we've got a harder Sky Pillar. Ooh. Alright, good thing he wasn't facing left there. So will I fall? Didn't fall there. One more bad floor. Oh. Well, that's not terrible. Okay, back up. Good. And time to throw the ball.
Alrighty.
Level 70.
Wow, he's level 70?
Yep. The game
What?
gives us a level 70 legendary.
The legendaries aren't that high level in Ruby Sapphire, are they?
Not before the Elite Four, no.
That's crazy.
There's like the whole post game thing, and there's the legendaries at level 70 then.
That's crazy.
Yeah, this Sky Pillar area is only accessible in Ruby Sapphire after the Elite Four.
Right. So now we have
Shoutouts
a
to
free
Ray
Elite Four.
Romano.
Pretty much.
So what moves does he have?
Wait, that's Seinfeld. One more time.
He starts off with not the best moves. He has Outrage, which is going to be used a lot. And most of the rest of them are going to be replaced pretty soon with some of the TMs and HMs we picked up. So we just talk to these guys, and then they disappear. Poof. So Wallace gives us our last HM, Waterfall, which we can't use until after this last badge. So then we just go in here and hopefully not fall through some ice. So yeah, the gimmick here is we have to step on every tile to unlock the next stairs. And there are a bunch of trainers downstairs, so if we fell through there, that would be a big time loss. So yeah, we have a level 70 legendary. This fight's not too bad.
Yeah. Why does a water gym leader have a love disc? The worst
That's a
Pokemon
pretty
ever.
even fight so far.
It's close.
And Rayquaza really is letting out a nice big yell. Big jump.
Rayquaza's
Just
stats actually do kind of matter in a few fights up ahead.
mhm.
One of the ways we can test its attack is by using Aerial Ace on this Whiscash, if we snap out of Outrage early. Actually, I mean Extreme Speed, not Aerial Ace. We don't have that yet. So if this dies, we have pretty good attack. Alright. Or we're likely to have good attack. So that's badge number 8.
He just said the word shine. That's a reference to Super Smash Bros. Melee.
Gamer fact.
Also to our friends who live out in the mountains, Moonshine.
That's why this game is rated M, because of the alcohol references.
Gamer fact.
Also a life fact.
So now we get an interesting view of the gym's basement on our way out. Full of women. So yeah, that's
So,
what we
like-
would have had to fight if we fell.
Do you think they're like allowed to leave on their own accord?
So it's a harem trap below. You will murder any trainers who fall down there.
Having trouble getting on the bike for some reason. So off to the Elite Four we go.
Bowser's one of those, correct?
In the
Bosses.
Japanese version, yes.
Gamer fact.
Your badge is in another castle.
Oh. So remember Aerial Ace from a long time ago? Rayquaza really likes that move. So there's our final move set. So follow the trench. And then we can just blitz right through everybody. So yeah, a lot of water in this game. There's only 2 times we need to use Waterfall.
There's a lot of water in this game. One could say it's too much water.
In fact, I'd probably give this game a 7.8 out of 10.
Hey, look who it is.
If I were a writer at IGN, I don't know. Something like that.
Get to fight our boy Wally one last time.
It's your boy,
Mr.
Wally.
Green Hair.
You shouts to his green pants, though. I feel like...
It kind of ties the whole look together.
You can get a hashtag green pants in the chat.
Okay, we might not have great attack.
Everybody spam green pants in the chat, please.
What's these green pants? It's these green pants. I can't get it. I got the blue pants. That's the best Pokemon right there.
Delcatty.
Evidenced by how it just really just didn't take that well at all.
Now shoutouts to using a dragon move on something that becomes fairy type later.
Got him.
I think this run is the reason that Gardevoir got the fairy type. She's just real upset about that one thing that happened.
Gamer fact.
That's more of a gamer hypothesis than a gamer fact.
So you mean a game theory?
Somebody call Matthew Patthew.
Matt P. Patthew.
Darkness.
Oh, who cares?
The fact that there's darkness in this game, that's actually a reference to Pajama Sam. There's no need to hide when it's dark outside. And
Dude, is that a
that's why-
JoJo reference?
That's why Pajama Sam's in Super Smash Brothers Brawl.
Gamer fact. Facts for real gamers.
Real facts, real gamers.
Real
Papa
gamers.
John's.
Go, Meryl. Smash those rocks. Oh, nice. So you have to fight this girl, and it's nice to be as close as possible so she doesn't have to walk and waste time. Kind of tricky to get that perfectly without bonking on the wall. So next battle after this, we'll level up and we'll get to see our stats. We don't usually check them when we first catch it. Yeah. Pretty sloppy.
So, like, how likely is it, if it's at all possible, to like lose our run because of Rayquaz's stats?
Not that likely. You'd have to have pretty bad stats for Wallace, mostly. Like, really bad attack, for one thing. And that fight costs runs not necessarily due to losing the fight, but just because it's easy to get stuck in a heal loop with the Wailord that he leads with. And having to watch the HP bar. I didn't pay attention to the stats, but I could check after the fight. Like, having to watch the HP bar go up and down so many times just wastes so much time. And Rayquaz's HP as well, because he keeps hitting Blizzard over and over, and then you have to heal off that damage.
Shoutouts to Potassium again.
Dude, 2016 Poké Dollars, that's last year.
You know what?
Wow.
Gamer fact.
You know what game came out last year?
What?
This game.
Special attack looks
Gamer
okay, though.
fact. Dude, I can't believe this run has been so optimized over 1 year.
Oops. That boulder. A lot of text we have to see. Every little thing.
Gonna be alright.
My assumption is that it's still not faster to actually open up the Pokemon menu and select the move depending on the Pokemon.
Yeah, not in this game, unfortunately. If we had to do something else in the Pokemon menu, like swapping a Pokemon around,
Right,
or
if you had to do something already, yeah.
then it might be, yeah. So one last Pelipper coming up here.
Go away.
Everybody place your bets for
Alright,
how many
no
times he uses Protect. Okay, never mind.
The one time. Thanks, Pelipper.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
And with that, we're done with Victory Road. One more repel, because we're so close. Yes,
Only real gamers are allowed past this point.
Tell us a fact, please.
You don't need any badges, just give us a fact.
Just give us a sick gamer fact. Smoke a hot gamer fact for me. Well, hey, we're in the Elite Four.
Yes, time for Elite Four, easy mode.
Music in this part of the game is so good.
So this Mightyena, we just don't care about it at all. We're just going to waterfall it out of the way. So I saw my stats after that fight. We have bad attack. Not horrible attack, but we're going to have to pray for a good Wallace still. We have really good special attack, though, so this should die.
You mind if I cut in here with a donation?
Oh, sure.
All right, we've got a $5 donation from Lars, who says, donating for that sick Pajama Sam reference.
Thank you, Lars.
That guy's made a lot of donations. Or is it a bunch of different people just using the name of Lars?
No, we
Yeah,
we go to
it's-
school with him.
Yeah, we know him. He's also loaded.
Gotta go fast.
Well, there we go.
The game gives us a free Master Ball, and we are free to use that on anything we want.
Also, the fact that that guy's name is Sydney is actually, it's a reference to Sydney, Australia.
Australia.
Because you'll notice that that's actually a stage in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Sydney,
Gamer
Australia.
fact.
So there you go.
Okay, this fight has the chance to go a little sideways because we have to use a not 100% accurate move. Okay. And we have bad attacks, so we have to do it to the other Dusclops too. This one does not have Protect, but does have Ice Beam.
Ice Beam. More like nice meme.
Got him.
159 speed, that's good. AA on that. And an Outrage to finish up. There actually were not very many in this game, unless they wanted to include the Kanto Pokemon. There's also not a lot of ice types. See double Celio and double Glalie in this fight. How good does my special have to be?
This Elite Four member is my favorite.
Not quite there.
She's really cool.
Really? I think she sucks.
Okay, if she crits this, I'd die because doubles in power every time. And then we just aerial ace everything. Yeah, you see a few useless crits every run.
Now, see, I'm not one to be like, man, Pokemon's really running out of ideas. But Glalie is just really ugly.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Like
look at him.
He's just like a gross head.
But that's why they gave it a really pretty looking Mega Evolution.
That's true.
He's got like a cool beard when he Mega Evolves, and he screams all the time.
Also, his jaw dislocates and he yells real loud. He's like, "Ow!"
You mind if I sneak in here with a little bit of an announcement?
Do it.
All right. Unfortunately, our
Bad
Legend
attack.
of Zelda Ocarina of Time run has been canceled. It is not going to happen. I do apologize for that. However, to keep our Zelda block, actually a block of 2 Zelda games next to each other, we have pushed back Link to the Past until about 5:15, and we have 2 runs being inserted. The next one that will happen after this is going to be Psycho Waluigi by ROM Master 2, and then after that we are going to get Bean's Super Hot VR run in, which unfortunately we didn't get in earlier like we wanted, but we have fixed those issues, and I definitely recommend that people stick around for that. It sounds like it's going to be mega spicy.
You could say it will be super hot.
Blaze it up.
We already. Oh.
I don't want to be on this couch
I looked
anymore.
at the screen and I was like, oh, I thought we got rid of Blaziken.
Yeah, we her wall rain actually barely survived aerial ace. Our attack is just that bad.
Ugh, this isn't
Now we
good.
have to live this ice beam. Don't crit. And we have to hit this range. Okay, we're in there.
Oh,
I'm spooked.
that was a real.
Yeah, I think I'm going to
spooky time.
revive Blaziken again, just in case Wallace... Well, I safety save before Wallace. I don't usually feel the need to save before this fight, but I guess I probably should have with this bad of attack.
That battle was pretty cool.
I thought it was a little scary.
Yeah, it was really scary, but it was
I'm
pretty
spooked.
cool. Epic nice.
We're not making Epic Nice a thing. Epic Nice. This is my knee now.
So the fourth member of the Elite Four is Dragon types, another type that Rayquaza doesn't really like too much, but it's not quite as scary as Ice.
He's the fourth member of the...
And his lead is a thing that likes to use Protect. So he protects on the turn we fly.
What if Glalie was just, like, supposed to be the evolved form of Shelgon?
That
Whoa.
wouldn't make any sense.
No, like,
Going
the
from
hole
Dragon to Ice.
that he's, like, looking out of, it, like, opens up further and becomes his mouth.
Okay.
And then, like, his face goes out of the hole and then goes on the...
Sure.
I think it could work.
So because our speed was nice, at least, we're still faster after that Dragon Dance. So that's why I like to split the X attacks. Use one on Shelgon, one on Altaria. And then we just Outrage the last two. Outrage always lasts at least 2 turns. The old route for this game used to pick up Persim berries to cure confusion, and then we would just Outrage spam a lot more. Then we found out that Aerial Ace actually saved a lot of time over all the text boxes from using the berries and having to get the berries.
Right.
So Aerial Ace is just a really nice move in general, and it's less super effective text too. So you pretty much just save Outrage for the last 2 turns of the fights, whenever possible. So I'm pretty sure on Wallace, though, we're going to be doing Outrage strats for the second half of the fight. Got 1 X special left. That's just enough. I'm going to safety save right up here. And hopefully Wailord gives us some good RNG. So the champion is not Steven in this game like he is in Ruby and Sapphire.
Yeah, that's very, very interesting.
Plot twist.
Gamer fact.
Ooh, alright.
Calculated.
Do that again for me. Alright.
Super effective.
Yeah, I gotta reset
Champ.
that.
That's a shame.
All right, we're restarting the run.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
so,
whole run.
That means I'm gonna go to sleep now.
I think that's my first death so far.
Yeah.
other than the intentional one for the
Yeah,
warp.
other than the intentional one.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, using up my X items there, can't really recover from that. Even though we have revives. So now we get to play this game.
Shoutouts to that HP.
Because I know that Fly is not going to kill, unfortunately, with this bad of attack. Just got to wait for a miss or for him to run out. So this is like what I was talking about earlier, where bad stats can ruin runs, because, yeah, we would lose way too much time to this. If we were just a bit lower, we could make him double edge instead of blizzard, which does a lot less damage. Because they'll usually favor their more accurate move if it can kill. So he's 4 for 4 on blizzards so far.
Which is kind of crazy.
So, perfect 5. Ah,
That
wow.
was really stupid.
Yeah, blizzard's 70% in this game, so hitting 5 in a row, that's impressive.
Well, he can't use that anymore.
Yep, he's all out. The whale is dead.
All right.
Doesn't get much smoother than that.
I like how like the champion of this game is basically just another gym leader. Like he's just all
Yeah,
he just has
he's
only
all water type.
types.
It's like, what the heck? But then you get Steven in the post game.
When I first started running this game, I did it with all Blaziken. Using Blaziken here, the strat is basically to stall out Water Spout. So that was fun.
Look at that big damage. This is pretty much it, right? I think time's getting called soon.
Yeah, pretty soon. It doesn't get called until the end of the Hall of Fame
Ah,
cutscene.
okay.
See if we get a nice 3-turn outrage to finish up.
Shoutouts to Mirabee.
Mirabee, yep.
Yep.
His team of Ludicolo's. Keep going, Rayquaza. 1 heal powder left.
Good job, Whiscash. You did it.
Nice. That works. Bad attack Rayquaza, ladies and gentlemen. Ideally, we would just have to use 1 X attack on Wailord, but this rare case, we can't get away with just that. Kind of curious. I'm going to check the nature after the credits, see if it's minus attack. I think it should be with that low. But there's a chance it was just a really bad IV. Anyways, now we just go through the Hall of Fame, and time is going to be when the screen fades to black after the... Yeah, less than a minute.
I like how you just like completed like this really like difficult like accomplishment, and like the professor comes in, he's like, "Yeah, you could done a little better though."
So not yet. And once the Hall of Fame finishes.
Hey, go see Ice Age now in theaters.
So we pretty much had bad offensive stats on Castform, Rayquaza, pretty much everybody.
Team bad stats.
Blaziken missed a lot of fire moves too, so not the best RNG this run, but finished run is a finished run. And time. So that's Pokemon
And your
Emerald.
time was
Torchic route.
3 hours, 12 minutes, and 56 seconds.
All right. A little worse than my practice run, but not bad, not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it only shows the Pokemon that you've caught.
Yeah.
And I'm just happy that with as many tries Torchic took, I still finished under estimate. I was a little worried there. And I think that Wallace fight took at least 2 minutes longer than it should have, with the death and everything.
Do you have any shout-outs or ending thoughts you'd like to offer us?
Well, shout-outs to Game Freak for making an amazing video game. Shout-outs to Northwest Speedfest for letting me run this. Shout-outs to the other runners making it such a great marathon, and shout-outs to the people that donated. Over $2,000 now. Pretty nice.
Yes, we are currently at $2,071.20.
Nice. Shout-outs to my amazing couch here.
You could have done it without us.
Gamer fact.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I think this run needed a few gamer facts.
All right, well, we'll go ahead and move over to set up for the next game, which is Psycho Waluigi by ROMmaster 2.